Hello, YouTube. This is gonna be my first ever stream. Sorry. Already off to a great start. Yeah, this is gonna be my first ever YouTube video, and it's gonna be pretty special to me. I don't know. I've been this is probably like my 5th or 6th attempt at creating a real video. I've really struggled with understanding what it is that I even want to put out on YouTube here. And I don't know. It's been a whole process to get here, but I finally feel pretty confident in what I'm doing. And I have a good amount of like footage saved up, but I'm just not very confident in the stuff that I've created so far. And I'm just kind of trying to get my hands wet right now. I'm attempting to just dip my toes in the water when it comes to content creation. I already stream a little bit on Twitch, a little humble plug, twitch.tv/artjimin. It kind of sounds weird to say that username out loud, if I'm going to be honest, though, because I just went through a rebrand on all of my online platforms that are going to be somewhat related to content creation, or just my online life, I guess. I like to compartmentalize it into my online life versus my real life. But while on YouTube, or just online in general, I would prefer to talk about stuff that is more befitting for an online community rather than my real life community. But those things are separate, and it's okay. But I've really been struggling to find an intersection between those two, because my real life is pretty important to me. It's more important to me than my online life, and that's something I've been afraid to admit in a recording, because I didn't want people to be to watch a video and to feel like I don't care about my community, because I really will. I just don't really know how yet, but I'm willing to learn. And I don't know, I feel very vulnerable saying that and being so open about how little I know about content creation, but when it gets down to it, I just really love it. I've wanted to do this since I was, 12 years old. And I'm 19 now, so it's been 7 years. And I never really had the confidence to make YouTube videos or do Twitch streams or anything like that. And it was my lovely friends who really helped me realize that it's not that deep. And it really is just what I make of it. And it's really cool. It's very freeing to understand that I can kind of do whatever the heck I want to do on my YouTube channel or my Twitch streams. But that's a lot of responsibility. I mean, it is what I make of it, yes, but I want to make it great. And I tend to be a bit of a perfectionist sometimes, especially with anything I really enjoy doing. And I really do enjoy content creation. I enjoy playing video games and just kind of yapping about them. It's I mean, I'm sure that's something that's pretty relatable to any viewer. Maybe not any viewer, but anybody else who's just a fan of video games in general. But specifically for me, Minecraft has always held a special place in my heart. It was the very first game I ever played. Very first video game I ever played on my Xbox 360. And I remember just going straight into creative, and I'd hand the controller off to my sister, and we'd play together, and we'd have no idea what we were doing. And a lot of the time I would just like build huge blobs out of obsidian and stuff like that. And it was so dumb, but those are my core memories on this game. And I don't know. It's very, very fond memories for me. And I feel those nostalgic feelings reawaken whenever I'm playing Minecraft and trying to create content. It's not just Minecraft specifically that makes me feel that way. I feel that way about a lot of games, but Minecraft is the one game that I have felt comfortable doing longer style commentaries like this. And I really would enjoy doing some CSGO surf content as well. I have an entire voice recording actually that's like 30, I think it's like 21 minutes long, if I remember correctly. I have a whole segment that I've already recorded for that. And I thought that was going to be my very first YouTube video ever. But it seems like it's not going to be. It seems like it's going to be a Minecraft video. And that's okay. But the reason why the CS surfing content didn't really work out for me is because I have recorded a voiceover, and then I was trying to record surf gameplay, and I'm just really bad at surfing. And I guess it's a personal thing, but I just don't want to upload something and get kind of shit on online for it, especially for my first video. Like, I think that would probably discourage me from uploading videos in the future. So I'd have to get a little bit better at surfing. Also, CSGO has an interesting community sometimes, and people were kind of spamming slurs every single time that I was, ooh, ice spikes. People were kind of spamming slurs every time I was trying to, every time that I was trying to just get some surf content, which is why I opted for a voice recording instead. But I'm not gonna lie, I don't really know how to create a YouTube video with editing. So this is going to be, if all goes according to plan, just a kind of a yap sesh that's very unedited. And I'm just gonna not really think about it too much. I don't think I'll even add captions here. And I think I just want to upload it just to say that I've uploaded something. And that's not to say that I want to upload just shitty content or anything. Yeah, I don't want to make slop here. It's not my goal here. With YouTube or Twitch for that matter. But YouTube is like, I kind of think of it like a magnum opus or a tour de force of sorts. If you're familiar with those terms, like I want Twitch to be something that I can just like, or maybe not Twitch, but like streaming in general. I could stream on YouTube maybe. I'm not really too attached to Twitch, and I know how shitty they are with small streamers, but the way that I look at Twitch, it's something that I can, the way that I look at streaming, it's something that I can do regularly, multiple times a week, that people can watch me play some video games and talk about it, or talk about whatever I want to talk about. people can watch me do that regularly, but there's a certain level of pressure when people, like, when I understand that people are watching me in real time. They're watching my every little action, and that fear is paralyzing for me a lot of the time on Twitch streams. It's why I took a 22-day hiatus, I believe. It was about 3 weeks, roughly. I just took a break to focus on finals. I'm a college student, so I had to prioritize some academics, because I'm not gonna lie, streaming was kind of getting in the way of that. But I'm on a break now, and I've really been wanting to upload a YouTube video this whole time. I mean, for the not even for the last couple of months, because I've only been streaming since, I want to say, September-ish of this year. I don't September, actually it might have been October. I don't know. It all kind of runs together, but I've been wanting to make YouTube videos since I was 12 years old. Since I first saw a YouTube video, I was like, holy shit, that's so cool. I would watch a lot of Rainbow Six Siege content. I was very obsessed with Rainbow Six Siege when I was about 12 and 13. I had a bit of a phase, and I have an unholy amount of hours on that game. And I won't get too far into that, because I'm not really looking to make Siege content or anything, but it is a background that I have. Like, a lot of the content that first inspired me to even want to make content of my own was Rainbow Six Siege YouTubers. Tuxbird was one of my favorite ones. Smitty as well. Though I don't know. I've stopped watching Smitty as much in recent years. Or, well, kind of all Siege content creators, I should say. I just loved Rainbow Six Siege entirely, and I loved everything about it. I loved all of the content creators. I loved playing the game. I loved learning about the game. I loved watching Pro League. I loved everything that there was to love about that game. And the developers didn't really love us back, but I didn't really care at the time anyways. I care now much more about what the future of the game is going to look like, if that makes sense. And it's been an inspiration for me to take a chance on a lot of indie games, where the developer teams seem to actually care a little bit more about their community, and as compared to AAA industries that are just trying to grab your money with another $60 title that they copy and paste every single year with stupid expensive battle passes monthly or whatever. My main indie game that my buddy got me into recently is a platform fighter. Holy crap, I sounded like a 12-year-old kid. Platform fighter called Rivals of Aether 2. And it gets compared to Smash Brothers Ultimate quite a bit, for good reason. I mean, it kind of is just a Smash clone, I won't lie. But it's kind of my Smash clone, if that makes any sense. I didn't play Smash on release, and I felt very behind when my friend first introduced me. One of my IRLs is very into Smash, but he only plays with other people. He's not one of those stereotypical Smash players, I guess you could say. But that's where my platform fighting game experience comes from. And I don't really have that much, honestly. I would just play very casually. But Rivals of Aether, I thought I could take a little bit more seriously, because I was introduced to it at a time before it was even initially released. and my buddy, who I will actually tag in the description, his username's Witsumo. Shout out Witsumo. He was the one to get me into Rivals of Aether 2. Before it even actually came out, he got me into, oh man, so many zombies. He got me into Rivals before it was even coming out, when they had their initial game that we would play together. He kind of introduced it to me in that way. And so now I've been playing Rivals of Aether 2 technically since release, which I thought that I could just get crazy gross, because it was the start of the game. As long as I kept up with the pacing with everyone else, I could be kind of crazy. And then I just stopped playing, and I didn't keep up that pacing with people. School got to me, life got to me, my friends got to me, and the game got away from me, I guess. And that's okay. But I always guilt myself whenever I'm not able to keep up with the game as much as I want to, because my desire to play video games always outweighs my actual ability to play them. And that leaves me dissatisfied a lot of the time. But I don't feel that way when playing sandbox games, which before Minecraft actually was Terraria for me. I'm in a chronological sense anyways. I played Terraria even before I played Minecraft. Even before I had an Xbox, I would sit in my basement on my dad's like shitty ass laptop that he just kind of handed to me because he didn't want to use it. And I sunk about 2,500 hours into Terraria by doing that. And the funniest thing is, I'm so bad at Terraria for how many hours I've put in. I didn't even legitimately beat the Moon Lord in 2,000 hours of playing. And when I tell people that, they're like, what the hell have you been doing that whole time? And I mean, I could give them the honest answer that I was just kind of dicking around in multiplayer for a good amount of that. But an even better response to that reaction of being so surprised that I'm that shitty at Terraria after 2,000 hours, it's just that I was enjoying the game. I didn't need to take it as fast as everybody else told me that I needed to take it. I just did what I wanted to. That's the beauty of sandbox games. And that's why I love Minecraft so much now, because I can do whatever the heck I want in it. Like, I have an obscene amount of spruce logs right now because I've been doing nothing but yapping and chopping down trees. And that's kind of, I mean, I do that on every single Minecraft server, I won't lie. I'm like the lumberjack, if you will. I just like to hit trees in Minecraft, I guess. But I had not a script written for this video, but the inspiration for even making this video right now was about an hour ago. I got on to, would you believe it, ChatGPT, and I started asking it some interesting questions that made me think. And I mean, if I got into that, I could make a probably an hour long video here, but the short version of it, in essence, is that I've been feeling very lost in my life recently, and I've been feeling like I haven't had as much of a sense of purpose as I really desire to have in the future anyways. like it's okay, I think, for me to feel a little lost right now. I just don't want to stay lost. But I do like the that feeling of not really understanding where I'm at in my life or what I want to do. And that might sound weird, but it's because I prefer to put myself into those situations and then challenge myself to learn as much as I can. That's when I feel like I get the most. That's when I feel the most productive. Is when I'm just completely going balls to the wall and diving into the deep end of whatever rabbit hole I may be going down at the time. Just making that leap feels so nice because I never make the leap. And when I do make that leap, I jump really far. And sometimes that scares people. And I didn't realize that it really scared people until I went through something recently, which was quite a painful experience. That I won't go too far into detail here, but point was, I tried to change a lot of things in my life, and I changed myself as a result. And people really loved who I was before I made those changes, but I didn't love myself. I had a lot of self-loathing going on, and in an attempt to escape from that, I changed myself. But what I didn't realize is that other people never asked me to change. That other people just wanted me to be myself, whoever that was. It didn't matter who I was, it just mattered that I was myself. And that can change from moment to moment with each of my emotions, because humans are complicated. And that's fine. But I can't dwell on that any longer. I just have to keep moving. That's how I beat this I don't know the word for it. Discrepancy, maybe? Dissatisfaction? I don't know. I just know that it's a feeling that I don't feel like I've completed my goal. I feel like I'm only just starting. And that's a great feeling. I love being in those stages of learning something new. Because learning itself is what really drives me. Like, learning a new thing, it doesn't matter very much what the new thing is. Just learning something is the best feeling in the world to me. And, you know, I could be the most depressed person on the planet, but if I was learning something really cool to me, none of it would matter. To me, anyways. But I also have to keep in mind the fact that I have people who care for me, and I'm very grateful to be blessed with, you know, such a great community. I've been born into a great family who has taught me how to live, and I've taken a lot of things for granted my whole life. I don't really understand what it means for me to change that, to stop taking things for granted, but I know that it's something that I want to try. And in an image that can be as perfect as I could possibly make it, and a Christ-like image, if you will. I have a I don't know. I don't want to talk about religion too much online, to be honest. It's not something that I find to be too important to me personally. But yeah, I was I don't really know what I'm trying to say. I'm just kind of yapping at this point, to be honest. Maybe I should just play the damn video game and start building instead of just mining 4 stacks of spruce logs. But I don't know. I'm still having fun. I'm gonna look for a place to build. I really like this ice spikes thingy. I think I might build like right here. Yeah. Like around here. I like this. But getting back to this idea of feeling lost. The one thing that has kind of been a light in the darkness, if you will. God, that makes me want to vomit just saying that. I don't like that analogy, but basically the one thing that has kept me sane this whole time when I've felt like I've been going crazy is growth. So whenever I feel like I'm in a lot of pain, the one thing that allows me to keep going, that allows me to keep doing whatever it is that I need to do, is the idea that I'm acting in a way that promotes growth. It might be my own life, it might be in other people's lives, but the fact that there is change that is positive, that you're taking a step forward and not a step backwards, that's what's really important. And I want to maybe inspire some people to think in that way for themselves as well. But I don't really know how to do that. I want to do that online somehow, but I don't know how. And I'm sure that I'll learn with time and repetitions, to be honest. Man, I need food. But I don't know how to do that yet. I just know that I need the repetitions. I need to just hit that damn upload video or upload button. Sorry. And I don't know. I find that the hardest thing for me with YouTube specifically, and a little bit of Twitch, but YouTube specifically, or maybe not YouTube, just the thing that I find hardest about trying new things is just getting the ball rolling, you know? I feel like I can snowball quite easily. So if I were to find some success in YouTube, or satisfaction, I should say, that's a better word for it, because numbers don't matter too much to me on here. But if I were to find some satisfaction here, that's all I'm really looking for. But I have such high standards for the kind of content that I would like to create here that it gets in the way of me just hitting that damn upload button and just doing it and seeing what happens, fucking around and finding out. That's what I really need to do here. And you know, I don't know how long this recording has been going for. I don't even know how to check. Oh, 30 minutes. Yeah. Yeah. I'll make a promise to myself now that this can be my first video. And that's really funny to me that uploading basically a compilation of me chopping down trees and not even building. I'll be building a little cabin here, and maybe I'll upload a second video as a sequel or something. But I want to make a promise to myself now that even if it's shitty, even if it's the worst video I've ever seen on YouTube, I want to still upload this. Because it was not only something that was easy for me to do, because Minecraft is a very comfortable setting for me. It's a very safe space for me. But I also talked about some things that I really wanted to talk about. But I was definitely very unsatisfied with the speed at which I spoke about them and the efficiency within the game. And I mean, I guess I don't need to be building or like always efficient within the game. But I'm looking over at my notes right now from what I wanted to talk about on here, and I got 1 point out of maybe 50 to 100 different things that I thought I could talk about. And I'm realizing now that I need to split up my recordings I need to split up my topics into different recordings and into different videos, or talk about them on Twitch or whatever. Like, I can't talk about everything I want to talk about in one video. And that's okay. No, not only is that okay, that's great. It's great for me to have or for my desire to upload outweigh the no, wait, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I don't know if my desire to upload outweighs the amount of shit that I could upload, but the fact is, like, I'm just continually trying on this shit, and I'm going to continue trying until I'm satisfied, until I can find a flow where I can make videos and I can do streams without having to think about it too much. And right now, it's really, really hard for me to do them. It's really hard for me to stream. It's not as hard for me to stream, honestly, because I've been doing that for a couple of months, but YouTube is very difficult because I keep wanting to upload a magnum opus, a perfect video. And I'm never going to get to that point unless I hit the upload button. Because right now, as it stands, I have probably 5 different videos that I could just click upload on, but they're not the quality that I want them to be. And it's okay that they're not at that quality yet, but I want to improve that quality over time. And I don't really understand how. And I think that's something I need to look to other people to learn from. But I think I've done a pretty good job at learning myself in my own way what it means to create content or entertain people online. And I typically take a very unserious, unhinged attitude towards life in general, but content creation especially. But I don't know if that's what I want to do here on YouTube. Sometimes I just want to get real and talk about that shit that nobody else really wants to talk about, because nobody else wants to talk about it. I want to talk about those things that make me feel maybe vulnerable, those skeletons in the closet that I don't want to talk about, that nobody wants to talk about, but that I think that it would be pretty entertaining to talk about the shit that nobody feels comfortable talking about. But I don't know how willing or even able people are to not only listen to that, but also understand it too, because those are two different things entirely. You can hear my words, but it is an entirely other thing to understand what they mean and apply them to your own life. And I'm not saying that's something that people have to do when they watch my videos. I mean, if you just like hearing me talk or like watching me play in a really stupid way, video game, and not actually stupid, but in a very unorthodox way sometimes, or different maybe, let me know. Drop a comment, drop a like, or if you even didn't like this, drop a dislike too. I don't mind a good bit of constructive criticism, as long as it is constructive and it's not just hate. Okay, well, I'm gonna go run away from these guys now. But this was a lovely first recording. I wish that it would have gone more my way, but it's okay. Not everything has to. I'm very satisfied with the stuff that I've done. I wish I built a cabin, to be honest. But I guess that'll be for the next upload. But yeah. Truly from the bottom of my heart, and holy shit, can you stop shooting at me? Truly from the bottom of my heart, YouTube, thank you YouTube community, I guess. Thank you for watching to this point, if you are still here. I really do appreciate you. You guys are the real ones. And with that, I will be ending the video. All right, goodbye.